Recording used to make me feel good inside, but now I just kind of feel empty doing it. Yay! Hi, Monica. Hi, Willie. I miss my friends so much. I'm only in the cuddle group because I need to get more groups. And also I occasionally change my age that's in my bio to sneak into vrchat bars. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't think I really have a purpose in this world. As I said in yesterday's video, I don't really understand what I've become as of recently. As I'm not Monica anymore, even though I still am. I'm still called that. It's just, I don't wear a Monica avatar regularly. You know, back when Rec Room was alive, I had the most perfect fucking avatar ever. I had that one ponytail with a black back head bow, the midnight gala dress with the gold sequin bow tie, and the black archer gloves, I'm pretty sure. I'd go look for a picture if it weren't gonna break me. I try my best to forget about Rec Room, but I can't. I spent 6 whole years of my life on that game. I had my 11th birthday on that game. I started my first period on that game. Let me just go back to the start while I can still remember things. Back, in the day before I got my PlayStation VR and discovered Rec Room within January 2020, I used to play on the PlayStation 3, Little Big Planet, with my friends Big Auntie and Pat's Fan. I have 3 videos of me playing with Pat's Fan, I'm pretty sure, on my mom's YouTube account. You know, those 2 were my friends. They managed to convince me Herobrine was real and he was on the world we were playing in Minecraft at some point. They made a huge labyrinth thing at one point, which was cool. You know, hold on. I kind of remember what Big Auntie's fucking Little Big Planet avatar used to look like. So it was this box-headed. You got a box for a head, because, like, we can't really get, like, good square heads. I forget what it looked like. Yeah, it was something like that. He was, like, cyan. Like, here's his hands. Awesome, amazing hands. They used to think I was a. They probably still think I'm a guy. He has to have like those squid tentacle things on like his back. Remember that one like avatar item from Loading Planet? Yeah, he had that. Oh, he also had like those like some red. There's no red in here, but he had like red shorts. Like they were like swim shorts with like white polka dots on them or something. Actually, wait, hold on. I have white. Let me at least like color in the pants. Right, get that. Yeah. There, like that. That's what Big Auntie kind of looked like. I remember their voices and stuff. I miss my past, but I also don't. And then, you know, the PlayStation 3 stopped working at some point. I don't remember why. Maybe it's because I kept turning it off incorrectly, and then I was never able to play with them again. I managed to like friend Big Auntie on my current PlayStation 4, but we don't talk ever. Anyways, I found Rec Room after getting my VR Christmas 2019. Well, I got the VR Christmas 2019. The first VR game I ever actually played was Job Simulator, and that was at like an arcade place that had VRs. And the second VR game I technically ever played was like Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. My second ever VR game was Five Nights at Freddy's, which I appreciate because I love FNAF so much. Very good game series. Love Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyway, so back to like Rec Room. So like I was hanging out with friends, you know, in the living room with my PlayStation, you know, playing games. I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna look for like new games to play on the PlayStation. So you know, a couple of the free ones I saw there, like Gary the Seagull or something, blah blah blah, yada yada, other games. And then I saw Rec Room, and I was like, oh, might as well give it a try. It's free and it's VR, so why not? So I got it. Obviously, I waited for all the games to download. And then, like, I tried Gary the Seagull first. Wasn't really good. And then I tried Rec Room. The first time I got into Rec Room, it was a very interesting and magical experience for me, honestly. I was like 10, because, you know, it was January, February's like my birthday month, so it was like a month before my birthday-ish, maybe like a couple days less. And I very quickly changed my little Rec Room avatar to Claptrap for some reason from fucking Borderlands, and I was Claptrap on Rec Room for a bit. And then I made my first friend who liked Borderlands. Their name was like Golden Reaper, I think. Yeah, Golden Reaper. And I have in the first video I uploaded to my that's Rec Room related that I uploaded to my YouTube account was like the first like part of it was me playing, like the first game I played was the one game I remember playing with Golden Reaper on there, the assassin game. Anyways, Golden Reaper was the first person to ever show me how to use the Maker Pen. And the minute I made something with the Maker Pen, I felt even more in love with the game than I already had. It reminded me so much of Little Big Planet, because like you could create like rooms or worlds, because like the rooms for like the levels in Little Big Planet you just make. Every new invention I made, I got better at modeling in Rec Room. I got really good with using the tubing as well. Anyways, back to like my lore. Me and Golden Reaper, like, obviously friends, and we met more friends like Tough Bat. There was this girl I met on there. We never got together, but I had this huge like crush on her for some reason. Her name was Crispy. Like at first, her name was like Banana Sheep 101, and then she changed her username to Crispy Misty. So I just refer to her as Misty from this point forward. So, like, occasionally me, Golden, Misty, etc. would like play, obviously. Yeah. And then like I started becoming friends with like people who liked Undertale. So I slowly became Asriel Dreamer. And Asriel, my avatar wasn't the best looking Asriel, but I tried. Neither was a Claptrap, but whatever. So I became Asriel. I had an Undertale group. They had this game called the Sandsbox. Like Glitch Tail or whatever, like Betty, that stupid bitch, like the pink one. Yeah, I hated Betty because Betty killed Sans in there. Hated Betty for doing that. And I hated their Betty because for no reason, because I just hated Betty. Their Betty said some really inappropriate things to me at some point. I don't want to get into it. Anyways. And like, I became really close friends with Elizabeth at some point. We were really good friends. And then I'm like 90% sure I became closer friends with another. It was either it wasn't the Elizabeth disappeared, but one of the people from the Sandsbox group became like an Elizabeth. And then like I started hanging out with them a little more. And then they showed me to their friends. They were friends with this guy named Thomas who made decent FNAF models on there, but he was like not a very good person because he threatened to assault one of my friends at some point, but we're not going to get into that. And then there was like Cinny. There's this guy named like Sammy or something. There was what was it? So there was Dance, Silver, Void, I completely forget this other guy's name. It's been so long, but I remember what like his avatar kind of looked like. He was like this, like hair, obviously, man bun, beard. Usually had like this white like shirt on. Let me like undo that. I forget his name. I'm supposed to remember these things. Anyways, like the Elizabeth who became like I got into it like hold on, let me like first recite this. Like I became friends with Dance and the other fuckers, and like I really bonded with Dance for some reason. Like I remember this story so well. So like Dance farted at some point while we were like hanging out role playing, and like Dance thought no one heard her, and then I said I heard that. And then like Dance left, and like we became friends. Yep, okay, that happened. So like yada yada blah blah blah. The Elizabeth who became Kokichi at some point confessed their feelings to me, and I was like, I used to pretend to be a guy, and I was like, I'm not a guy, I'm actually a girl. So yeah, that's like I embraced you know, my voice and the fact that I was lesbian. I love girls. Yeah, so I got my first girlfriend, who became trans during our relationship. And then the Elizabeth, who is Verve. I need to actually like say their actual username. Sorry. So Verve. We broke up at some point. I don't remember why. And then hung with Dance for a really long time. Thompson was like sexual at some point. Bad. Bestest friends with Dance. There was this guy named Brandon who like made this FNF game that Dance and me and others helped on. Yeah. And through the FNF game, I met this person named Rockstar. I was like, oh, cool. Like a random person who decided to friend me because I had co-owner and I was cool. Wow, I'm gonna be this person's friend. So I started hanging out with Rockstar, and Rockstar introduced me to my friend, Ray. Ray is one of my best friends, you do not understand. And then, like, I became really fucking good friends with Ray. And then, like, I stopped being friends with Dance at some point because we had, like, an argument or something, so I was friends with Ray, yada yada. I was introduced to Cece at some point, I don't remember why, blah blah blah. And then like I reconciled with Dance for a bit, we were friends again, yada. I don't talk to Dance anymore, which makes me sad. So like me and Ray, friends, blah blah blah, Rockstar, blah blah. All my OCs were getting birthed, one by one, more of them. I was getting better at modeling. And then like the new Maker Pen menu came out and I was so distraught. And then like I went to this one Security Breach game. And there was this person who was named like Trumpet or something, who was cosplaying like Moon from Security Breach. They started kissing me and shit. I don't know why. She got really close to me all the time. So I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna start a relationship. Oh, I made other friends in there, like Vanessa, British Fanny, Mechanic, etc. Yeah, so I became friends with them. We started hanging out, I got with Trumpet, did really sexual things that I shouldn't be doing, that I wasn't supposed to be doing at 13. And then we broke up at some point, and I got with British Fanny. Didn't know they were already in a relationship when we got together, and blah blah blah, yada yada. Stuff happened. I got accused. Drama happened within the group. There was fucking Beef Toaster, the depressed Gregory, the happy-go-lucky Gregory. There was a person named Sijin Howard. Drama between us and Brody, Superstar Brody. And like there was like their original username was like Rumor or something. They were like Cuphead, Rumor Honeybottoms. They don't go by Rumor anymore. I forget what their new stuff they go by is. Whatever stuff, whatever. Drama. We made our own daycare with Jamar because Jamar was cool. Jamar made a lot of good games. I had Maker Pen in a lot of them. I was accused of cheating at some point with Jamar apparently. While I was with British Fanny, even though I don't like guys. So I got broken up with. Yeah, that stupid Goldie stole British Fanny. More stuff happened. I got into FPE, and this was during the time I wasn't really able to go on my VR, so I had like 3 girlfriends during the time I wasn't really able to get on VR. There was Sylvix, Teddy, and Claire. But like the Sylvix and Teddy shit is so convoluted, I actually don't want to fucking get into that. Oh yeah, I had an online mother who was Sasha from FPE. Yeah, back to Rec Room. I don't want to talk about Claire. And then like I went through a Vanny era, a Mime and Dash type of era. Fucking Monica Vox, the Squip, etc. And then I got with this girl named like Voiced, and I really like Voiced. liked voice. I don't want to talk about it. And then I don't remember anymore. I used, like, before, like, a week before Rec Room shut down, I used to go into the Amazing Digital Circus roleplay chamber I made it, and I'd spawn in cars and stuff. And I wanted to make everyone's last, like, few, like, days on Rec Room their best. And then Rec Room shut down. And I'm hoping for Radium 2023 to get here faster, but I doubt it's gonna happen. And now I'm fucking stuck in here with nothing to do all the goddamn time. I have nothing anymore. I am nothing. I have nothing. Everything I love just dies. Let me go in order. My grandma, then my dog, then I got kicked out of our house, then fucking Papa, and then Samson, Chico, everyone is dying, and then Rec Room, Little Big Planet, fucking everything I love dies. So now I'm just trying my hardest to cling on to what little past I had left. Going right back to Slundy Tummies if I had never left all those years ago. Going right back to most fandoms I abandoned. I used to be really into Deltarune back then. I am again now because of the newer chapters and shit. I liked Hazbin Hotel when I first saw the pilot. Boom, immediately got right back into it when the actual show came out. I've liked The Amazing Digital Circus since the first episode came out. I like a lot of stuff. I like a lot of things. I don't like the coffin of Andy and Lila because that is disgusting and horrible. I don't really like mouthwashing because of the whole rape plotline. Just like that makes me uncomfortable no matter how people use it. I don't like that topic at all. I don't want to talk about it. I've never been assaulted myself. I don't ever want to be. It's just I'm extremely afraid of it happening, so I don't like it being talked about. Oh my god, addicted to AI at some point because of how lonely I felt because no one was fucking talking to me. I still am a little addicted because no one's talking to me again. I don't like how I drew Desperica. I'm killing that. She needs to look more insane. Ew. These look disgusting. I'm getting rid of both of them. I forget his name. I'm supposed to know it. Whatever. This is Dance's OC bunny or whatever it is. I forget how the ears go. Genuinely, I forget how they go. Bunny. My eyes hurt. I miss Rec Room. I miss my life. I miss being happy. Oh my god, my fucking sister's texting me.
So, I guess I'll go ahead and explain where he does his thing. So, I mean, the whole point is that session to number one, you're idealizing the other person in a way that probably isn't. But also, like, when you're around that kind of person, that you are. You are kind of this person who's focused about this making the other person happy. And you're not. Whereas it's more important to just be yourself. I say be yourself as you truly have. But instead, he's too focused on just making her happy. And then,
Look at Jamar's fucking room.
so now she is the one just trying to say whatever it takes to make him happy, essentially. And also making him.
I just need something handmade in Rec Room right now. I'm sick of ported models. I need Rec Room. I need the handmade creativity that used to flood it. Even if it's just temporary. Am I home yet? Am I back in Rec Room yet? Can I be happy again yet? But no, I'll never be happy again because Rec Room is never coming back. Great, my sister's texting me. She's asked me to do something. I'm gonna have to halt whatever the fuck I'm doing because nothing I do is important. They didn't do that tubing very good from what I can see. I would have been able to do that very well. Fucking hell. I don't want to have to go check. Fine, I'll fucking go back to recording in a second.